MCU pros and cons, Phase 4 edition. I'm wasting none of y'all's times. Let's get straight into it. Phase 4 of the MCU started off insanely strong. I mean, this is post Thanos, this is post everybody coming back. WandaVision had all the hype in the world, and for the first 6 weeks, it deserved it. Them changing the era every single episode till eventually got to the present day. Mwah! Negative though, the last episode. Let's just keep it a band. Disney knows how to fuck up last episodes. And then we follow up WandaVision. We're gonna keep the show streak going with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's hard to choose between the suit and John Walker, but I'm gonna go with Sam's final suit at the end of this show, man. Mwah, 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 mwah. This is beautiful. My negative though is the Flag Smashers, bro. Terrible villain, terrible story, terrible writing, doo-doo garbage. Shout out DDG. This is back when Disney was deep in their bag of TV shows, man, because we follow up the Falcon, the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, with Loki, my favorite out of the 3 shows. In a show filled with damn near only pros, I gotta go with He Who Remains. He had so much aura. He was so menacing to me. Him saying that you gotta be scared of an even worse version of me. God damn, bro, that's so cold. Keep it a band. I really don't have a negative for Loki season 1. Like, maybe y'all could say one, but I don't got one. The MCU finally remembered that they were known for movies, not TV shows, when they dropped Black Widow, which I can't lie, wasn't a good drop. This movie came a little bit too late. If this would have came out in 2018, 2019, 2017, this would have been a banger. But I will say, for one of my biggest pros, it introduced us to 2 of the big characters in MCU now, Yelena and Red Guardian. My negative is the fact that they waited way too long for this movie to come out. Like, come on, bro. Where were you when that first Shang-Chi trailer came out, man? I remember watching them fight on the bus, and I was like, ooh, this is gonna be different. And it was! The biggest pro has gotta be the choreography. Dustin Daniel Cretton knows his shit when it comes to boxing. I'm glad he's taking over Spider-Man. This fighting was crisp, it was clean. Every single fight scene, I was like, oh my gosh. If I were to give it a negative, though, it would be the ending. I didn't like how they had to fight a random CGI dragon. I didn't think that was needed. I didn't think that was necessary, but it's still my only negative, really. Damn, man, I really do love Shang-Chi. This movie is so underrated. I think The Eternals was one of the biggest risks, and I think it was a worthy risk that the MCU has ever done. And I gotta say, the person who's the speedster in this movie, the speedster scenes were incredible. But then you gotta remember that there's like another 2 hours and 30 minutes to this movie. It's just too long, too boring. It should have been a TV series. I'ma stand on that. In my opinion, Hawkeye's biggest positive is just the fact that it's not the worst MCU show. Now, on the real, Hawkeye has some good moments, has some good episodes, but overall, I just thought it was Like, that'd be my negative. The fact that it's just there. I feel like this is the definition of when Marvel just started throwing out projects and you're just kind of like, I mean, it was cool, I guess. Like, no big negatives with Hawkeye, but no big positives either. Then we get to a movie where I can only talk about his positives, man. The fact that they brought all 3 Spider-Men on screen and threw in Doctor Strange just for fun is the biggest positive in the MCU. Biggest negative doesn't even have to do with the movie. It has to do with the people that are turning against this movie all these years later, talking about oh, it's just nostalgia bait. Oh, they don't even focus on Peter Parker in the movie. Shut your bitch ass up, bruh. Oscar Isaac. Yes, that's the positive. My nigga killed it. Biggest negative is, guess what? The ending of the show. Marvel once again showing, fuck it, we don't really know how we want to end this show. We don't really know if Moon Knight's gonna be coming back, especially not for a season 2. CGI battle? Yes, CGI battle. Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange was literally a match made in heaven. This has got to be a top 10 movie casting of all time. I can't see anybody else playing Doctor Strange, bro. He's that good. Negative, on the other hand, is I do think this is the movie that started the huge Marvel drop up that we're still trying to get out of to this day. Going back to back, because Iman Vellani as Kamala Khan is also a casting made in heaven, a top 10 casting. I can't see anyone else playing that character casting. And her family is a freaking joy, a delight to see. My biggest negative is the fact that they forced this to be a superhero show, bro. It would have been so much better as just a comedy, it's just a little lighthearted, fun adventure. You feel what I'm saying? But instead, it's a Marvel project, so it had to be a superhero project. Thor, Love and Disappointment. I thought this movie was so ass. What am I even talking about? The only thing good about it was Gore the God Butcher and the whole black and white scenes on that one world. That was awesome. Everything about this movie sucks. Like, it's aggressively ass. Everybody's favorite MCU show, man, She-Hulk. My favorite part has got to be the twerking scene. I mean, I feel like it's one of the most influential scenes in MCU history. I feel like it changed the game. I think we should have a twerking scene in every show from now on. Let's end it off with a slight banger. Emphasis on the slight. I can't lie to you. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Think of this more as a tribute than an actual movie sometimes, because let's be honest, like, this is all about Chadwick honoring his memory and creating the new Black Panther legacy. You feel what I'm saying? So to me, the best part about this movie is the performances. Everyone in this movie was acting their ass off, from Letitia Wright to Namor. Everybody was going crazy. My only negative with this would be I think it's a little bit too long. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not need this movie to be as long as it was. Rest in peace, Chadwick, man. Will forever be a legend. Black Panther, my GOAT. Those are my pros and my cons for Phase 4. I know I forgot a couple projects, but I didn't see them, or I didn't care enough to write a pro and a con. I'm not gonna lie, like, what if? I did not give a fuck. I know this is a long one. If you sat through the end of this video, shout out you, gang. You might as well hit that follow button. You feel what I'm saying? But drop your list down below, some of your pros, your cons for Phase 4. Let's talk about it in the comments down below, man, because you know we gotta talk about it. Simple.